We're here at the Adaptive Ski Festival. It's a bit cold and snowy today, but yeah, having a blast with some other sit skiers that are up here, as well as all sorts of adaptive skiing from vision impaired to people skiing floor ski and stuff like that. So yeah, it's great. It's awesome.
Look at the camera? Yeah.
We want people to feel included.
Okay.
We're up here at the Remarkables. It's not very nice weather, so we thought we'd do a few interviews to talk about how different people with different sorts of disabilities, what sort of adaptations they're making to live a free and full life. So this is Anton. He's been on the channel before. I'll put a link in so that you can check it out. And he's written a fabulous book. He's been like an international wheelchair basketball player, and he's travelled the world with just a backpack. But he's up here with new challenges, learning the Scarva sit ski. So Anton, what are some of the ways that you've found that you've had to, what adaptations do you make so that you can kind of live a free and full life and turn that world of can'ts into a world of I can?
I guess I just try as many things as I can, and then try and use what's already out there and modify it to suit everyday life. And I try and not rely on equipment as much as I can. But yeah, the sit ski has been pretty awesome for opening new doors and skiing with friends and family. And
what do you like about it the most?
So the skiing, I like the freedom. I like being able to cruise down the hill, use gravity to just go as fast as I can.
Nice, yeah. Nice.
Yep. And I get to go out with friends and not feel like I'm slowing them down. If anything, they have to try and catch up.
Yeah, because it evens the playing field, doesn't it? Because
absolutely.
You can ski faster or as an able-bodied skier, and sometimes, it's great.
And be independent fully on the mountain, which is really awesome. So from car to the end of the day, can do it completely independent, which I really like.
It's a plus, that feeling, freedom.
Yep, freedom.
Yeah, freedom. All right, thanks, Anton. So this is Crystal. I met Crystal last year. We're back here at the Adaptive Snow Sports Festival, and Crystal's amazing because she's a volunteer, and she's one of the people that help out at this festival and help people like me who need a little bit of extra help up the mountain. So Crystal, tell me, why do you volunteer?
Thank you, Steph. I volunteer because I like to be able to watch someone who can't do most things, because they're restricted by their disability, but when they hit the snow with a little bit of assistance by adapting their gear, they can have the best day. And it means like a lot to watch someone just absolutely have a blast, and I really enjoy it.
Thanks, Crystal.
It's really important. Like, I get to actually see how someone who struggles more than I do can actually just go and have like such a fantastic day, and it's just really kind of humbling and rewarding to see the resilience in people and just how well they can sort of adjust and just go.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
All right.
we're just here doing a few more interviews, and this is Alan, and he's with the Remarkable Snow Sports, and he teaches adaptive. So Alan, how come you got into adaptive? What was the interest for you?
Oh gosh, so the interest for me to begin with is my auntie Helen. She has MS,
Right.
and so she used to be a dancer before that, and it was great to see her at that point. And for me in snow sports, it was great to try and encourage others to still continue in the sports that they love, and to give new experiences for those who haven't even tried out this kind of snow sports before.
Yeah, and so is it quite rewarding, or do you find that what people really learn when they come up the mountain is a lesson in resilience?
So for me, it's yes, I get my own personal enjoyment from it. I really do love seeing my students progress and achieve things that they never thought they would achieve. But some cases, it's that I love the challenge. So you really have to think outside the box about how you'd approach certain things. I also see it as an opportunity for, by means, teaching them about the environment and actually getting them safe and comfortable in the environment before even getting into the lesson part of it. So, yeah.
Yep. So you love it?
Yes, I love it a bit. Yeah, I wouldn't be still doing it if started instructing at 16, and I'm now 29.
Yep.
If I remember how old I am now.
Yep. Well, from a fellow adaptive learner to a teacher, thank you very much.
Oh, you're welcome. No, it's been great.
Okay, so I'm here with Sue, and Sue, would you like to tell us a little bit about your disability and the sorts of things that you do to adapt?
So I have an artificial left ankle, and as a result of an accident when I was 16, and so then I had my kids and they all learned to ski, and I thought I'd quite like to have a go at that, but I didn't know if I could. And I tried, but because I could only turn one way, so I could turn to the right, which is my good side, I couldn't turn to the left, and I just kept falling, and I thought that I couldn't do it. And then a friend of mine who was an adaptive volunteer, said they've got something here that'll help you, and they ran and got me outriggers, and I went from can't ski to can ski in like 5 minutes.
And so what did that feeling of being able to do it, what did it mean to you, turning a can't into a can?
Oh, I could go out with my kids and have fun. I couldn't have done it without my outriggers. It wasn't possible. And I can ski anywhere now.
Yeah.
Which is really fun. I can go down the hard slopes. I actually prefer the lovely big wide swoopy slopes for me, but I can follow the kids down the black runs and things if I have to. Yeah. So I had to adapt.
Yeah.
I had to adapt. My foot wasn't capable of doing it without help, and outriggers sorted me.
Great. Thanks, Sue. So this is Jane from Snow Sports. She's amazing. She's in charge of the adaptive program, and she's a really big supporter of adaptive snow sports, and she works with people with all sorts of disabilities and helps provide the equipment and the coaching and everything that needs to happen, but also with the high performance athletes and helping support them into competitive programs. And she's a big organizer here for the Adaptive Festival, and I'm really grateful that people like Jane are around to help organize this and provide this opportunity for us. So Jane, tell me, what made you get into adaptive snow sports?
Oh gosh, well, that was a long time ago. So I'm a big skier myself. Love the mountains. Grew up skiing and went down after university. An instructor. I wanted to go skiing, and I wanted that to be my career for a while. So I started instructing and teaching, and then basically came across. I had a friend that was used a wheelchair, and he was quite keen to go skiing, so we did a bit of investigating, and it all started from there. And it was as simple as that. Once I got involved, I ended up teaching in programs, running programs, and it's just kind of morphed from there into coaching, into now. My kind of official title, I guess, with snow sports is adaptive manager, but that just basically means providing opportunities for anyone, from beginner all the way through to Paralympians, wherever they want to be and whatever they want to do, is for me to help to provide those opportunities. So that's kind of a simple way to explain it. Yeah.
And that's great, because those sort of national opportunities, it's amazing when you go and you hear Jane's name, So in an earlier video I did one of Snow Planet with the guys there, and they talked about Jane coming up and helping set up the adaptive equipment and give them coaching, so that somebody like me, just Joe Blogs off the street, who's sitting in a sit ski, they're all comfortable and familiar and can make it work on the day. So without people like Jane organising that sort of stuff, it really, it creates those opportunities and that accessibility and the training and the understanding, I think, of other able-bodied people around what needs to be done in-house, so that some of the fear is gone and it just becomes a much more approachable experience for everyone.
Yeah, I'd agree. That fear thing, that's it. When I work with my able-bodied counterparts, that's an interesting that you kind of say that. They kind of look at it because there's all this equipment and things like that. But you know what? It's almost the best kept secret in the world, because all we're really doing is adapting. We're adapting to what happens. We're adapting to the individual and one to the equipment that they need to use, and then a ski or a snowboard on the slope is going to do the same thing regardless of who's sitting or standing on it. So it's, from my point of view, it's actually a very simple process, particularly for instructors that are qualified to teach able-bodied people, and I really enjoy that, working with the guys to, when you see that light bulb moment, it's like, yeah,